Good morning, students. We have already finished 5 chapters. Today, we shall start with a new chapter called Object-Oriented Concepts. Object-Oriented Concepts. Okay, in this year, you are going to learn with respect to the object-oriented concepts. You are going to learn the C++ programming. C++ program will support both the object-oriented program as well as the procedural-oriented program also. Okay. See, before going to start with the object-oriented concepts, let us have the review of programming. Okay. See, here evaluation of programming techniques. Already I told technique. Technique is a method to solve the problem. Okay, evaluation of programming. What is a program? Simple question. Program means where you are going to give the logical instructions to solve a problem, where you use some input statements and processing statements as well as the output statements. Okay, that is called evaluation of programming techniques. And already we know that whenever you are going to write a program, you can write in 3 ways. One is machine level language, and another one is assembly level language, and the third one is high level language. Okay, see, that is which is the mother tongue of computer? Binary language. Okay, binary instructions means where you are going to use the sequence of ones and zeros. Is called a binary language. But the disadvantages of binary language is it is very, very difficult to understand, and it is difficult to rectify the errors also, and it is difficult to find the errors also. Means debugging is difficult. Okay, see, to overcome the disadvantages of binary language, they implemented assembly programming language, assembly level language, ALL. Okay, MLL means machine level language, ALL means assembly level language. In assembly level language, they use some codes called mnemonics. Okay, means they use some English statements like load, store, add, subtract, multiply, divide, move, move immediately, some of the words. Okay, that course we'll call it as a mnemonics, mnemonics, mnemonic course. That is also some of the assembly language also, some of the disadvantages we found. Means those languages cannot be portable. ಪೋರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಪೋರ್ಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ. Okay, so to overcome the disadvantages of assembly level language, and we have implemented a new level called high level language, high level programming language. See, that is the evaluation of programming techniques. Okay, see, in next is procedural programming. Procedure is nothing but one function. The same procedure will be followed for the different peoples. Okay, for example, with respect to your commerce transaction, same banking transaction, how to open account, the same procedure will be followed for the different account holders or the customers transaction, and for each they have to give a new account number. And the transaction process, whether they are going to deposit the money or whether they are going to withdraw the money or whether they are going to fix the deposit, there in last classes we have discussed. Okay, those things we considered as a procedure. That procedure can be called many times instead of writing again and again. Okay, see, that is called procedural programming. Then here we have to come across with the advantages. What are the advantages of procedural programming? Main thing is programs are easily portable. See, easily portable means the program written in one system can be executed or run in the different system also with small variations, or without changes also you can execute the program. Means if I tell you to write about the program, you can write the program in your system at home. ಮನೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ. Means you can transfer the information from one system to the other system with the help of a pen drive or floppy disk or hard disk, anything. Okay, removable disk. That is called portability. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬಂದು ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಹಾಕೋಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಾದರೂ ಹಾಕೋಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, see, that is programs are easily portable. And the next advantage is reduces the coding time. ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಬರೀಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು ನೆಸಿಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಬರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ reduces the coding time. Next, reduces the length of code ಅಥವಾ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, LOC. ಈಚ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಎನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆಲ್ಲ, reduces the length of code. Then you can write faster coding, easy to understand, faster coding. Then easy to debug. Bug means error in a program. Debugging means finding and correcting the errors is called debugging. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, see. Then which are all the procedural programming languages? Some of the high level languages called Fortran, COBOL and BASIC uses the procedural programming. Okay, so already we told about the full forms. Fortran, formula translation or formula translator. Next, COBOL, common business oriented language. Okay, once again I'll repeat, common business oriented language. CO, first CO, common business oriented language. And basic, beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. Beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. They'll ask for the expansions. Okay, so if they ask for expansion, Fortran. See, one more question, Fortran. Okay, see, means first three letter, formula, translation, next four words, translation. This is the full form of Fortran, formula translation. Next, COBOL, common business, COMMON, common business oriented language, common business oriented language. Then basic, beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. Symbolic instruction code. Okay, so these are all the full forms. Formula translation. Okay, common business oriented language, beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. Okay, these are all the example for procedural programming language. Okay, next, after improvement of some techniques, structured programming, where you are going to follow the exact structure. Modular programming, procedure oriented programming, structured programming are almost similar. Okay, and examples of structured programming are Pascal, Algol, C++. Okay, many times I told this year you are going to learn this one, C++ programming language. C++ will support both the structured programming as well as object oriented programming. Okay, see, Pascal, they are given the name of the scientist after Blaise Pascal. Okay, algorithmic language. Algol means algorithmic language. Algol. What is the full form of Algol? Algorithmic language. ALGO. Algorithmic language. Algorithmic language. Okay, C++. Okay, and this is the structured programming. These are the high level language supports structured programming. Pascal, Algol, C++. Okay, and object oriented programming. Which are the object oriented programming? How are the object oriented programming go? C++ will support both. Again C++ I can write, and I can write Java. Okay, OODBMS, object oriented DBMS. Okay, so these are all the object oriented programming languages. C++, Java. This Java is purely object oriented programming. Then object oriented database management system, database language. Okay, and here, and the next one is basic concepts of OOP. Okay, see here where we are going to define the object oriented programming. Before that, we need to discuss about the difference between POP, procedure oriented programming, and object oriented programming. Okay, in the next class I will discuss about the difference between procedure oriented programming and object oriented programming, and the basic concepts of OOP. Which are the basic concepts of OOP? Where you are going to use class, objects, and what we have written here, pillars, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. Okay, those will come under the basic concepts of OOP. In next class we will discuss about the difference between procedure oriented programming and the object oriented programming. Okay, and programming paradigms also, means what do you mean by a token, what is a keyword, what is an identifier. Okay, everything will be discussed in the next class. Thank you, students.